Habari Gani, Mainduga Nadada. My name is John Brinson. Slave name. Ancestral name, Abu Amin Ra. My brothers and sisters, I have written 7 books, and the one I believe is the most important one is the one called When God Was Black. I would like to share the introduction with you at this time. Hopefully, it will inspire you to find a way to get this book and read it. It is the most important book I have written, and I'll never write another one like it. So here, let me share the introduction with you. I share this information with you, my brothers and sisters, because I believe our worldly oppressors, motivated by and obeying cultural imperatives, are being driven towards the implementing of their final solution to the racial conflict. These motivating imperatives have their genesis during the ancient Europeans' struggle to survive in the harsh environment of ice and snow. This final solution is quite simply our obliteration from planet Earth. It is not so much a conspiracy as rather a logical conclusion of a process that was initiated by the harsh environmental impact of ice and snow during the Ice Age. Fear, according to one noted black professor of Howard University, is what motivates Europeans to facilitate the execution of our annihilation. Dr. Francis Cress Welsing claims it is out of the fear of their own annihilation by absorption into our vast sea of blackness via sexual contact that motivates them to remove us entirely from their presence. Consequently, in the final analysis, the final solution for us is our physical elimination. Another noted black professor, Mariani, the author of Yoruga, a black professor, insists it is their insatiable power drive to conquer and rule the other that motivates them to execute our annihilation. These two outstanding black scholars may have different ideas about the primal cause of the genocidal process we find ourselves boxed in. However, they adamantly agree that the process itself leads to our genocide. Maybe they are both correct, and all of the above contributes to the cause. We should realize this process is accelerating. Even a careful perusal of books written by white scholars will shed light on this fact. They provide information that discloses the fact that our entire history in the West has been riddled with lynchings, burnings, bombings, tortures, whippings, discrimination, and our utilization as guinea pigs in scientific research. It is getting late in the evening of life, and the sun is setting on the civilization of the West. It is comparable to an overripe plum, heavy and awaiting the next gust of wind to shake it from the tree to the ground. Listen, the cycle of all civilizations is they rise and they fall. This one in the West is falling slowly, but nevertheless falling. If for no other reason, we could be used as scapegoats for the cause of its demise. We were used as scapegoats in the past in those fiery lynchings as human sacrifices to their gods to appease their sense of guilt after centuries of perpetually projecting their shortcomings on us. These sacrifices appear to have been celebrations in the context of a seemingly religious atmosphere, with up to 10,000 people in attendance at times. The celebrants became united in spirit as our ancestors writhed from the pain of the consuming flames of fire. We were the perfect scapegoats. It is for this reason that I share this vital information with you. It is an effort to shout a wake-up call before they come for you so you can be prepared. You can rest assured that somewhere in the near future, they will be knocking on your door and calling out your name. After all, why do you think they have several locations throughout the country, mostly large public parks, to serve as concentration camps when the time comes? We need to get our act together before it is too late. Our survival will depend not so much on what the oppressive world does, but rather on what we do. We must study and shake the shackles of darkness from our minds and awaken to our true selves. Then rise like the giants we are and realize we are free if we make and keep it real. Dr. Cheikh Diop reminds us that slaves don't revolt. And I quote, "Only a free man made a slave rebels. The slave born into the generation already has the outlook of a proletarian who is less inclined to revolt," unquote. As taken from Cheikh Anta Diop's Civilization of Barbarism, page 136. What we do will depend mostly on our state of mind. And at this time in our history, we are so brainwashed. We repress our interests as we react to the master's demands and jump through his hoops like trained animals. At his command we bark, and at his command we bite. We must become de-brainwashed and regain control of our minds. He who controls his mind is already free and ready to revolt against whatever attempts to make him less. We must revolt against this oppressive world if we are to overcome the mental darkness it bequeaths on our people and become reborn as the light of our history begins to illuminate the dark recesses of our minds and reveal the black man gods we are. Thank you.